I almost got scammed by one of my favorite brands, so let's talk about it. Grab a drink because we're gonna have a story time. This brand is a brand that I really wanted to work with, and I actually had just applied for their affiliate program. So when I got this email, I thought that I was getting a response like from this like affiliate program. So I was really, really excited. And we had been emailing back and forth. Before I start emailing with a brand, I always check to make sure that their email looks legit, because obviously it's from like a Gmail or like some weird like random thing, like it's not legit. So it's very, very easy to spot. But this was a very, very legit looking email. There's a signature at the bottom with like the person and their position title, address, everything. It looked so real. We were talking about like what we were gonna do in terms of product, compensation, deliverables, all that kind of stuff. Well, then once they got to what they were going to compensate me, I was like, nope, because they said they were going to compensate me an astronomical amount. I'm like, there's no way that this can possibly be real. So that was when I was like, ding, 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 ding. Okay, alarm bells were going off that this is not right. Like, there's no way that this is possible. What I did was I went to the signature box, and since they had an address on there, I cross-referenced the address, and then I went to the official like real website, and the address was not the same. Like it wasn't even in the same state. So then I was like, yep, no, this is fake. This is not real. And then I just quit emailing them back and like didn't do anything else with it. But there are so many scammers out there, especially for people who are trying to become content creators, and you have your email in your bio, because that's like one of the number one things that people always tell you to do is put your email in your bio. So of course that's what I did. So I get scam emails literally daily. I get multiple a day sometimes. I feel like I have a pretty good radar for it, but everything about this seemed so incredibly legit, this brand, because I was so sad when I was like, oh, this is a scam, because I was so excited. I was so stinking excited. I couldn't even hardly handle it. So that was really, really unfortunate that it was a scam, but I'm just so glad I didn't fall for it, because it seriously looked so real. So this is just your reminder to do your cross-referencing, do your checking, make sure that you're not getting scammed. Okay, this is the other thing. They never asked me for any payment information. They never asked me for like anything weird. Everything was super professional. There was no spelling errors in the emails. Everything was very professional, very grammatically correct. Like I said, I have a very good radar for these things, I feel like. And so yeah. If they would have asked me and be like, hey, you just covered the shipping, I'd be like, LOL, yeah, no. But like none of that happened. If that was real, I'm gonna be real sad, because it was awesome. This is just, again, your reminder to cross-reference things, double, triple check, and just protect yourself.